Hi, folks. Recently, a federal judge sided against common sense and federal law when he ruled that the Trump administration could not cut off federal funds to the city of Philadelphia in response to its sanctuary city policy. In this ruling, Philadelphia will continue to harbor illegal immigrants, many of whom are criminals, without facing any consequences. Once the ruling was delivered, Mayor Jim Kenney was recorded on video dancing and celebrating the verdict. In May, a Honduran man who has repeatedly been deported was sentenced Friday to 24 years in prison for kidnapping his estranged girlfriend and raping her while he traveled to the Philadelphia area. How would this woman feel about the mayor dancing? When we allow cities to enact the sanctuary city policy, we are hurting Americans and we are hurting legal immigrants. As a mayor running a major city, it must be the height of your responsibility to protect your citizens. This dance is completely disgusting because enacting sanctuary policy directly results in putting your community in danger and at risk. Cartels such as MS-13, which have plagued communities in Long Island and Virginia, have also been found as recently as last week infiltrating a Maryland school. These cartels sneak in illegally and hide in sanctuary cities, many of whom come here to smuggle drugs like opioids and fentanyl. Sanctuary cities enable the nation's opioid epidemic, which is crippling neighborhoods right here in Pennsylvania. In 2014, 8 pounds of fentanyl from Mexico was seized by U.S. border agents in the Southwest. In 2015, 200 pounds of fentanyl was seized. From October 2016 to August 2017, about 950 pounds of fentanyl was seized nationwide, and more than half of it, 550 pounds, was seized at the San Diego and Tucson field offices on the Mexican border. And just in 2018, the largest drug bust in Arizona history occurred at the border, where one of Mexico's infamous cartels tried to smuggle in $2 billion worth of fentanyl. The dangers of fentanyl are well documented, as it can be 50 times more potent than heroin, and even the smallest amount, about 2 milligrams, or about 4 grains of salt, is deadly. These highly addictive and very potent synthetic opioids now kill Americans every day, and the death toll keeps rising. In Allegheny County, 648 overdose deaths were reported in 2016. That's a 138% increase from 2013. While the 2017 statistics are not available yet, they're guaranteed to be worse. The opioid effect has even hit us in our suburban areas. In Washington County, overdose deaths in 2016 reached 106. This is an 86% increase from 2013. This problem is also affecting our youth and their families in our state. Of the 1,400 infants in Pennsylvania who were removed from their homes and placed in protective custody in 2014, 817 of them, that's 56%, had parental substance abuse as a contributing factor in their placement. In fact, one 5-month-old in Cambria County died of starvation after her parents died of an overdose. Other instances have involved children left for days without care or kids themselves calling 911 for help. In 2016, 42,249 people died nationwide from opioid overdoses, but a majority of those were caused by illegal synthetic opioids like fentanyl. How would victims' families of the opioid epidemic, many of whom had loved ones killed by fentanyl that was smuggled across the border, feel about Mayor Kenney dancing? Again, when cities enact sanctuary city policy, they encourage these gangs to cross the border, and once they do, they are offered a safe haven without the slightest fear of deportation. There is no question that these cartels are pouring drugs into our country and state, which again is a major contributor to our opioid epidemic. Currently, 80% of the illegal fentanyl seized by the DEA has been traced to Mexico Sinaloa cartel. There must be consequences for sanctuary cities who disobey federal law. In our state, I have co-sponsored legislation that would punish sanctuary cities. Our legislation, House Bill 28, would hold any municipality that has deemed themselves as a sanctuary municipality liable for damages to persons or property as a result of criminal activity by unauthorized aliens. Going further, if a law enforcement officer of a municipality has reasonable cause to believe that an individual that is being arrested is not legally present in the United States, he shall immediately report the individual to the appropriate United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office within the Department of Homeland Security. Ending sanctuary cities would not only make our citizens and communities safer, but it would put a serious dent in our opioid epidemic. A true solution to the opioid crisis must include a look at sanctuary city policy. Until next time, in God we trust.